So for this recipe for buttery crumb coffee cake, you're going to need 1 yellow cake mix, 2/3 cups of water, 1/2 cup of flour, just regular flour, 1/4 cup of oil, and I'm using sunflower oil for this. For the topping, you're going to need light brown sugar, a cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, or any type of butter. We're using our dairy-free butter, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you're also going to need 1 cup of reserved cake mix. So when you're dumping your cake mix into the bowl, reserve a cup of it. Then for the glaze, you're going to need 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, and 1 tablespoon of water. So Olivia is making this coffee cake for me. We had this for Easter. We took it to church for our Easter breakfast carry-in dinner, or carry-in breakfast actually, and she did not want to talk. So I told her I would just film it and then do a voiceover. So what she did there, she just poured in the cake mix and she reserved out a cup for the topping. She's going to add the rest of the ingredients for the actual cake to the pan and then mix it. I will have the complete instructions and recipe for this cake in the description box below. Now for the crumb topping, this is where you take the 1 cup of reserved cake mix and you put it in a bowl, and then you're going to add a cup of light brown sugar packed and 1/4 cup of butter, and it said melted. Now once we melted the butter and put it in the bowl and she started mixing it up, we realized that it was too soupy. It wasn't going to be a crumb topping. So I think that might have been a misprint in the recipe. I don't think the butter should have been melted. But in any case, it turned out really good. So you can either melt the butter and have it turn out the way ours did, or not melt the butter and then the topping will be more crumbly. But it's your choice. Either way, I think it would be delicious. After you put the topping on, whether you decide to do the crumbly topping or more of the swirl topping like we did, then you will bake it in a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes or until a toothpick inserted tests done. And after the cake is cooled, you will add the glaze, and the glaze is powdered sugar, corn syrup, and water. Now I actually whipped the glaze up and put it on the cake because by the time we got to this point, Olivia was tired and didn't want to fool with it. So then that's it. That's all you have to do. And here is the finished cake, and it was very delicious. The swirly stuff, I'm not even going to call it a crumb topping because it wasn't a crumb topping, but it melted down in the cake and it kind of made it look like a lava cake, and it was very, very much like a cinnamon roll because it became this ooey gooey soft, I don't know how to explain it, but it was down all inside the cake, and it was really, really, really good. Now, I think it was a little bit too sweet. I will be cutting back on the brown sugar the next time I make this cake, but other than that, it was very, very good, and it was a big hit at our breakfast for Easter. Thanks so much for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video of Olivia in the kitchen, and I hope you give this recipe a try. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.